We're here with our friend Frank here from Monarch Security here at a Business TV today. How are you doing, Frank?
Doing great, thank you.
Thank you for being here with us. And Frank he's a president CEO and owns a company that do a lot of different service in secured area. Would you elaborate for me?
Sure.
The several areas that you provide service?
Sure, we provide service for the institutional, industrial, commercial, residential markets, and several more. We provide unarmed and armed security officers.
Wow. So let's go for one by one. How about domestic? What are you providing domestic for my house, for example?
Well, we have video systems, audio video systems that you can remotely view from a remote location, and you can see what's happening. And then with that system and that technology, we dispatch security officers to make sure that the property is secure and safe.
Yeah, I understand, Frank, that several states in the United States, a lot of people play with 911. People do that, and it's a very, very large amount of money waste when people go. What's your company's different in that?
Well, what happens is we're able to visually verify whether there's an intruder on the property or not. And at that point, if it necessitates calling the police, we will call them, dispatch the police officers. However, if it doesn't require that, we can dispatch a unit just to make sure that it's secure. So we can save you the cost of having several alarm response calls. After 3 in Florida, they charge you, I believe, $250 for each false alarm that they receive. Yes, they do. The county does.
That might be also in the United States, maybe the same standard.
Yes, I believe so.
So instead of having your cat or your dog passing through some alarms and going off, or I'm sorry, hurricane, you don't have any police, but tornadoes passing by or the thunders going on, and your alarm goes off, you don't need to call the police because just an alarm goes off.
That's correct.
How about condominium? Like I live in a condominium with 160 houses. You have a gate. You provide that too?
Yes, we do. We have access control for the condo associations. And what we do is we verify visitors and vendors that come through the gate. We have camera systems to identify them. We register them in and out. And if there's an alarm, we also provide alarm response. If there's a false alarm in the building, fire alarm or anything like that, we're able to immediately dispatch the officer on site to verify it and to reset it if that's a problem.
So a condominium like mine with 166 houses, one entrance, one gate only entrance, but then we have in the back another gate. You also provide cameras and everything to see the back.
That's correct. We also have a unique camera system called a tag camera, which will take a photograph of the license plate of every individual that comes into the property. And at that point, if we wanted to go back and check who had visited the property,
you have the record.
We can check the records and see what tag, what make and model vehicle crossed over, and who owns it and what they were doing there.
Fantastic. I didn't know about this. This is amazing. It's just like when you go to the airport people also take your picture.
That's
and
right.
People know who you are. Now, speaking about airport, I know your company also provides service for airlines.
That's correct. We provide below-the-wing security, that is to prevent any unauthorized access to the aircraft on the AOA. We also provide aircraft searches for foreign objects. That's in the galley, down the aisles, in the lavatories to make sure that what's there is supposed to be there, and to make sure that they haven't planted anything in the aircraft that they shouldn't. We provide baggage security as well to make sure that your bag arrives at its destination intact and that nothing is stolen from the bag. These are some of the services that we offer at the airport.
Normally, the airports hire your company to do that, provide that service for them.
Well, yes, it's actually the airlines directly. The international air carriers we deal with, they hire us directly to provide security for their aircraft. If an airplane has to overnight, for instance, if it's flying from Brazil, and it gets here, and sometimes what will happen is it'll overnight and leave
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes.
Exactly. What we'll do is we'll have a security officer underneath the aircraft to prevent any unauthorized access to the aircraft until the flight crew arrives and takes possession of the plane.
Fantastic. How about instead of only airports, you have warehouses? I know also you provide warehouses service that one too.
Correct. We also provide access control and escort services for logistic companies. And what that is basically is they may have containers and tractor trailers of very expensive equipment. And what we will do is we will provide a security vehicle with a GPS tracking system that will follow that vehicle from point A to point B and ensure that it is securely secured by the company that's going to ship it and ship it overseas. So we do that. We do provide a lot of logistics security.
Okay. Now, besides that, besides the in and out, I know also that you provide security for the transportation from point A to point B in trucks.
That's correct. And what we'll do is we can put a GPS system on the truck itself.
Is that a satellite?
Yes, it's live. It's a live GPS monitoring system that'll enable us to track it live with 2-minute updates.
Like I can see it
You can see how fast the vehicle's going, when it stops at a light, when it moves, where it's located. You can see at what time it arrived. You can see if it's speeding. Live.
So the speeder can call, hey, Frank, slow down?
Absolutely. And not only that, but you can see if it stopped and where it stopped. So if a vehicle was stolen, we could recover it.
Very, very fast.
Yes, extremely fast.
You know what? In South American countries, this is absolutely vital because the number of stolen trucks are absurd, and the value of the merchandise inside the containers are absolutely like maybe sometimes $1 million, $2 million.
Correct. It's the same thing here. You have anywhere between $3 to $4 million, sometimes $5 million in a container, and you have electronics that are being transported from a distribution center to the port of Miami for export. Mm-hmm. And many times without the escort service, that might get lost. The trailer gets lost, or they park the truck and the trailer disappears. So with security, you ensure yourself that if something like that's going to happen, you catch it. You know what's happening.
Well, you know what? So your house is secure. Your condominium or your commercial building, your commercial and residential building also.
Correct.
Your warehouse, if you have a merchandise, your merchant, or your airlines, your port, your airport. What else you provide service? Not much, thing less right there.
Well, we also provide monitoring service, and that is for facilities that don't have the budget for manned security. Okay, and as an example, they have people that are authorized to visit the building at certain times. We have camera systems, and we have a monitoring room. The security officer, the dispatch will look at and identify the person, and if it is somebody who's authorized, they can hit an access control button that will open the gate and allow them to enter. It'll document when they came in and when they came out.
From your office?
From our office. They don't have to be there physically.
Oh, so I can control for example, my warehouse.
Correct.
If I'm traveling in Italy, for example, and my warehouse is in South Florida,
right,
you guys can help me open and close the gates.
Correct.
Verify everybody coming in.
Verify whoever came in. And also we couple that with a tag camera, so not only do you see the person that came in, what time and date they came in, but the tag on the vehicle and what time they left. And we can open the gate and then close the gate. And when they leave, we have pictures of them coming in and out as well.
Do you also provide, Frank, with that people can see in their BlackBerry or iPhone that live
right. This
tracking?
the technology that we have with the cameras is high-speed internet access through T1 T1 line, and it'll allow you
in your office,
in the office, and it'll allow you also with a password and a username through your BlackBerry or through any iPhone, you could look at your facility.
Call intelligent phones.
Intelligent phones. You could look at your facility live and see what's happening.
I'm asking that question to Frank because I saw it on TV maybe like 6 months ago, somebody that was out of country and saw by his BlackBerry that somebody was coming into his house or breaking in, and he called and the police arrived.
Absolutely. It's a huge advantage to be able to have that technology, because at that point you can respond quickly. Also, some people have the camera systems inside their offices. So if they have key personnel that they want to make sure are showing up to work while they're in Brazil or they're in Chile or Argentina or in South and Central America, they can monitor the people in their own office. And it's typically not a hidden device. It's an overt, what we call an overt camera, so that the staff knows that the camera is on and they can see what's happening.
Not that old-fashioned that people step in the little card and
no.
Somebody do that for you and you're not there.
That's right. That's absolutely
well. I'm speaking here with Frank, the president CEO for the Frank, your website.
Our website is www.monarchsecurity, and you can go there. You can put in a request for a quote based on your job site or a site survey. We're able to get that information and get it right back to you.
How about your phone number here in South Florida?
Our phone number is area code 305-592-5200.
Frank, President CEO for Monarch Security, thank you very much for watching. This is businesstvtoday.com. We'll be right back. Thank you, Frank.
Jay.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.